Face it, Frank. You're too old for this shit.
How do you know when you're too old to play video games? When are you too old to play video games? And is there even such a thing as being too old to play video games?
Nope.
Some people think it's weird if you still play video games past the age of 30. They think that you need to grow up, or that you should have more important things on your mind. I disagree. You can't tell someone when they should stop doing something they enjoy or something that makes them happy. There should be no age limit on the things that make you happy or the things that you enjoy, unless they're illegal.
Come on!
I mean, why are video games any different from playing tennis or playing golf or playing chess? Video games are a hobby too, and hobbies should be enjoyed by people of all ages. I think a bigger question is, are you too old to start gaming? And I think the answer to that still is no. You're never too old to start playing video games. There may have been a time when, the hobby of video games was mostly reserved for and occupied by the younger generation. But with such a vast variety of genres in games and the accessibility of it, it's for everyone. In 2017, a report by the ISA, the Independent Software Association, concluded that the average gamer was 35 years old. It was also reported that 13% of all gamers were over the age of 50. Even in esports tournaments, older players are getting involved. 2017, a team called the Silver Snipers formed to compete in Counter-Strike at a competitive level, and their ages ranged from 60 to 75, making them the world's first senior professional gaming team. Hats off, big respect to the Silver Snipers for breaking that barrier, that age barrier, that stereotype of when you're too old to play video games, because there really is no age. There's no limit. There's no limit. There's no age. You're never too old to play video games, and you're never too old to start. And when you look at a team like the Silver Snipers, I think that answers a lot of questions that most of us have, is when you get older, do you stop being good at video games? When you get older, can you still be good at video games? In my opinion, I don't think as you get older you could stop being good at video games, but I do think that in certain genres of games, I think that your reaction time, your eyesight even, could obviously affect your, a player's ability to do well, especially in fast-paced games like the ones that are popular out right now, Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite. But shooter games aren't the only games that are out there. There's a whole gaming world filled with so many different genres. There's MMOs, there's RPGs, there's MOBAs, there's RTSs, there's strategy games, there's card games, there's 2D platformers, there's side scrollers, there's too many games. Listen, if you're a gamer who has only dabbled in the first-person shooter or third-person shooter genre, I personally would highly encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and explore some of these other options I've mentioned. MOBAs, or story games, or survival games, or anything else. Try it out, you might like it. I think where the problem lies, as far as it being socially acceptable to game past a certain age, is the people who have this preconceived idea of what gaming or a gamer is. They picture this stereotypical 40-year-old unemployed nerd who lives in his parents' basement playing video games all day. And that's just not true. I think that we can all agree that some of us could, touch some fucking grass once in a while. But the idea that video games makes you lazy or means you're lazy, or somehow makes you less intelligent is just a flat out lie. In recent years, studies have emerged outlining the cognitive benefits to gaming. Studies show that video games have actually been linked to improving spatial awareness, decision-making speed, problem-solving abilities, and memory retention. There's even research that suggests playing video games can help prevent Alzheimer's. You want to know something even crazier? These studies and findings have been so significant that it's created a whole new genre of games based around developing your brain. Literally studying video games and how they affect your brain led to creating more video games to develop your brain. And I think that leads us all back to the same initial question that we asked in the beginning. When are you too old to play video games? And I think we can agree never. You're never too old to play video games. So my advice, play on, game on, squad up, load up, log in, frag out. Long live video games.